This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. What upcoming events are you looking forward to this year? Are you arranging a vacation trip with family and friends? How about a solo trip or a creation you intend to produce on your own? And how about a forthcoming movie or television program you are waiting for the release this year? You can put anything on your list. This is the same as what we are going to talk about today. It's exciting for watch enthusiasts and those who are planning to start their journey into exploring the world of watches. And in today's video brought to you by The Luxury World, we are going to take a look at the watches we are most anticipating from different watch brands this 2023. If you still have not subscribed to our channel yet, make sure to do it now so you can stay updated on our future videos. It's hard to think that the 2020s have only been with us for 3 years. The pandemic not only altered how we perceive time, but it also had an impact on the watch industry. As a result, it's everything that we are emphasizing for the coming year. We are aware that certain watches will be available in 2023. Then there is a select handful that we anticipate. The timepieces that we anticipate being released this year are finally here. Different brands and watch models will be commemorating well-rounded birth dates this year. For instance, the Omega Seamaster celebrates its 75 years of existence this year. Everyone is aware of where that ended up, bringing us to this year. It's also Rolex Daytona's 60th birthday. On the other hand, Seiko is now 110 years old, which is an honorable age. And there, the 40 years of wonderful plastic watches are being celebrated by both the Swatch and the G-Shock. Moreover, there are also forecasts based on 2022 releases, speculations, and unmet expectations. There are many things to look forward to in the watch industry for 2023. Let us start by listing the timepieces that are having birthdays this year. We will witness a lot of limited editions from Japan commemorating 110 years of Seiko watches, in order of age. Additionally, the company has already begun producing special editions in anticipation of upcoming celebratory events, such as the Prospex SPB333J1 Save the Ocean Limited Edition. The 1913 Laurel watch, which is the exact timepiece that symbolizes the beginning of Seiko as a watchmaker, served as the inspiration for the Presage Craftsmanship Series Limited Edition SPB359J1, in which the company has already launched. The Laurel tribute either demonstrates Seiko's enthusiasm or bodes more wonderful products and celebrations of events to come for the company. With much higher than the Presage level, like the original Laurel watch's release, the Laurel 110th Anniversary Edition Platinum is a great illustration. With a gold mechanism and an enamel dial, it may be considered a fine recreation. The Omega Seamaster's 75th Anniversary. One of the watches we are most anticipating is the 75-year-old Omega Seamaster. It may give you a headache to consider what Omega will do to celebrate the Seamaster's 75th birthday. Recognize the 1948 limited edition's classic Omega that was introduced 5 years ago? In addition to a timepiece with a few seconds, there existed a Seamaster Central second model. The two iterations had 1,948 pieces in steel and 70 in platinum. Perhaps, given the fact that Seamaster was Omega's first family of watches, 2023 will be a year that will see special anniversary versions throughout the line. It might also be intriguing to expect a box set comprising special editions of the 4 Seamaster subfamilies. Aquaterra, Diver 300M, Planet Ocean, and Heritage is also something we can anticipate. Something we are also curious to look at is a Seamaster 1948 limited edition in all of the Omega's numerous gold alloys, especially a variant in nautical bronze gold. Blancpain 50 Fathoms at 70 years. Since Blancpain's 50 Fathoms was the first contemporary diver's watch, a party is in order as it celebrates its 70th year. And also, what easier opportunity to mark the occasion than with limited runs of updated vintage models? The milestone will be commemorated with watches and experiences, as Blancpain has already announced. Not only will the 50 Fathoms turn 70 years old in 2023, but they will also have been around for 20 years. It's also fascinating to note that the 2003 update reverted to the dive watch from 1953. The dive timepiece out from the Trilogy collection, which also comprised a GMT watch and the Air Command chronographs, was succeeded by the current 50 fathoms. Watches with an oddly textured bezel from 1997, when Blancpain joined the Swatch group, never really made a splash. It's highly improbable that we'll come across that design again. Even so, a tiny, timeless 50 fathoms in black or gunmetal gray ceramic with a modern bezel would be preferable. The sapphire one feels and appears a little antiquated, but still, it's something we can look forward to. Rolex Daytona's 60th anniversary and an enhanced MILGAUSS. Everything hell broke loose in 2016 when Rolex unveiled the current version of the Cosmograph Daytona in steel, the one with the black ceramic bezel. The timepiece was so popular that many claim it was the catalyst for the brand's rapid ascent in the second-hand market. Everyone is aware of where that ended up, bringing us to this year, the model's 60th birthday. Will Rolex reinvent the Daytona and strike watchmaking gold once more? Or will it ignore the anniversary in favor of the 70th and 80th anniversaries of its other legendary models, the Submariner and Explorer? Or even take a wild stab at the MILGAUSS? To say that the watch industry is collectively holding its breath is not an exaggeration. Although that would appear significant, Rolex argues that it's not improbable. Perhaps they won't introduce anything new to mark the chronograph's 75th birthday till then. But then again, they might not. A steel Daytona with a green dial might appear if we are fortunate this year. It will be very reminiscent of the white gold Daytona reference 116509H, but with a green lacquered dial as opposed to the dial made of the hard stone chrysoprase. The improved Air King reference 126900 last year makes us believe that a new MILGAUSS is imminent. The reference 126400 will take the place of reference 116400. Same casing, the same movement, identical everything, maybe a colorful crystal on top of a dark dial. This is possible with the new Air King. Additionally, a clear crystal will be placed above the white dialed variant. The age of Swatch and Casio G-Shock is 40. Like Seiko, Casio has already begun a celebration to honor a special watch moment. By the end of 2022, there will be the release of 4 Casio G-Shock 40th anniversary watches. Anniversary models in different sizes, hues, materials, and pricing points will also be released this year. When it comes to working with individuals and organizations that are active in sports, music, art, fashion, and other cultural spheres, G-Shock has a long and rich history in terms of that. The first G-Shock X-HAZE partnership model with a full metal design was the GMW-B5000EH, which was previously introduced. The renowned New York-based graffiti artist Eric HAZE and the brand collaborated to create this metal square. And when it comes to unique G-Shock models, HAZE is an expert. The American artist has been working with G-Shock since 1999. He began his career in the 1980s among artists like Keith Haring and Jean-Michel Basquiat. Among this model, there are other models we expect to be released in this year. Thus, our patience plays an important role here. Additional secondary watches coming along the way. 12 plastic timepieces from 40 years ago revolutionized the watch industry. In its first year, the initial Swatch collection sold more than 1 million pieces and contributed to the revival of the classic mechanical Swiss timepieces. ELMAR Mach, an engineer, purchased injection molding for Swatch. Following the development of 15 prototypes, Mach and his co-worker Jacques Muller produced a plastic watch that was one piece, welded together, and only needed 51 pieces. Let us also take note that the 2013 Mechanical System 51 was a groundbreaking homage to the first battery-powered watch. Swatch released the bio-reloaded 1983 models in 2020. The idea of having more than one watch to complement any type of outfit is also inspired by the name of the Swatch, and 2023 will surely be a year in which a lot of celebratory secondary watches are produced. The Polar Tudor Black Bay Pro. If Tudor chooses to make a Black Bay Pro Polar with white dials, it will be a more of a standalone design. When it comes to the appearance of the original Black Bay Pro, there is nothing much to say differently about it. Although it's not as strong as the Fraccione vibes with the initial BB Pro given off, it will have Explorer 2 overtones. A navy blue Black Bay Pro would also look great if Tudor wants to make sure no one imagines a timepiece with a crown on the dial. In a manner, Tudor is giving its audience affordable alternatives to these recognizable timepieces. Tudor Black Bay Pro offers more of everything we may want in a contemporary sports watch. It has an outstanding time-tested design with ideal proportions and sufficient water resistance to withstand whatever we can throw at it. Last but not least, there is the dependable mechanism with the additional benefit of a true flying GMT complexity. The bracelet is comfortable and tapered steel with a sophisticated micro-adjust system. Patek Philippe Nautilus reference 5811/1R and the Calatrava reference 5326R annual calendar travel time. For this year, do you desire a brand new Nautilus? If your answer is yes, there is no problem and no trouble at all. All materials are acceptable apart from steel, and as a result, the 5811/1R, a complete rose gold Nautilus with a smoky brown dial, will be released in 2023. How about a Nautilus reference 5811/1G with a white dial comes into your mind? Probably the safest guess for now is that it's not going to happen soon. Then what? Maybe a blue-dialed Calatrava reference 5326R annual calendar travel time is a great option for you. The white gold model with the charcoal dial that was released the previous year combined luxury and usefulness. The reaction to the watch was conflicted, but on the brighter side, many people still appreciated the dial's rough surface, the intricate case construction, the polishing, and the ornamentation. A new IWC Ingenieur is predicted, along with another monochrome. IWC is making a lot of effort to re-enter the integrated sports watch market, naturally with the new Ingenieur. Of course, we anticipate seeing something based on the graceful Ingenieur SL Jumbo Reference 1832 inspired by the design of the Genta and not the unwieldy Ingenieur Reference 3239. One of the watches we anticipate most in 2023 is a divisive one. Moreover, it contrasts sharply with the pilot's watch Chronograph Top Gun Edition Lake Tahoe. Despite the negative impressions we get from their previous watch releases, everything is bright for this watch this year, and take note that the dial color of 2023 is white. Once again, this is the end of another video. What are your thoughts about the watches we are most looking forward to this year? We would like to see your answers and opinions in the comment section. If you liked this video, we will be glad if you let us know that too. Don't forget to follow us and give us a thumbs up. Once again, this is The Luxury World, and we look forward to seeing you again in our next videos.